This is Squidder Dragon, Sunday the 12th of January. This is going to be the first of the MTG Foundation's Deck Archetypes. Squidder Dragon with an introduction to this Magic the Gathering Foundation's archetype set. As an introduction, we know the foundations are going to be around for the next 5 years. It feels very much like the old core sets. The mechanics that are included to get new players introduced are not very complex, straightforward. There are a series of returning mechanics from earlier sets. This series will be also characterized by introducing the standard archetypes with their typical signpost uncommons, which typically are one per guild, and that just provides a preview of the archetype and its strategy. Let's start off by looking at our first archetype in detail, Aziorius Flyers. We're showing 3 of the main cards that are going to feature in the deck that we're going to end up building, with Empyrean Eagle, Skyship Buccaneer, and Dazzling Angel. So Aziorius been based in Flyers is setting up an aggro tempo strategy. Its Empyrean Eagle in particular acts as a lord for almost all the creatures in this colour pair, and it's particularly synergistic with some of the cards they're going to put in, like Fabloom Trick, powering up 2 pieces. The latter also allows you to tap an enemy creature, gaining the tempo and the advantage in the race. And we will see keeping life gain up with Healer's Hawk and Dazzling Angel. If we start now to look and dive deeper about the large range of cards that are worthy for consideration, we can look at those, and where I've highlighted in red are some of the cards that we will end up putting into our deck because it provides the combos we're looking to execute. So some of the combos we're looking at, given that the archetype is Aziorius for tempo, are as shown. Being able to use some of the tricks, for instance, a good example is Mischievous Pup, Run Away Together, or Resolute Enforcements and Guarded Hero, which basically ends up creating cards 2-for-1s, but returning them to your hand, they can be replayed for further value. Another combo we're going to be looking to assemble with the cards that we put into the deck, Mischievous Mystic and Icewind Elemental or Skyship Buccaneer, which gives you a 1/1 fairy the first time you draw a card on your turn and the draw step, and this happens effortlessly with everything that draws when it enters for value. And then we can also consider using Strix Lookout and Spectral Sailor, which we can add into the deck. And finally, the final combination that we're going to try and assemble and look to gain advantage of is Cleakant Sky Mage and Arcane Epiphany, or even more simply, just looking at the Cleakant Sky Mage grows for every card that we draw, and is particularly insidious when drawing in the opponent's turn, using it as an unexpected blocker, taking 3 +1/+1 counters with Arcane Epiphany that costs only 4 mana. Okay, now having built the deck, we're going to take a quick look at the deck, see how it's been built, try and discuss again based on the things we were trying to achieve from a combination point of view. So we'll see what cards we've added and how they fit into together, and that the deck has the correct build to allow us to execute on that. So Foundations Aziorius is the deck. Let's go and take a quick look. So if we do just look at the overview for the deck before we go into the detail, so you can see pretty much a creature deck. We've got 29 creatures and 7 non-creatures. Our curve is pretty balanced. Typically in Magic the Gathering anyway, we do want an early curve to try and get some early stuff out. I mean, standards can still be a bit fast, but by front loading our curve with a cheaper creatures, at least it lets us get a start. And in that early period we do have our Lord, for example, so, and we have consistency of the deck by, as we'll see, including 4 of those are pretty much the main build of the deck. The key cards we're relying on, we try and run a full play set, but of course we're trying to achieve quite a few combinations that's been discussed. So in some cases we'll only run either a 2 of or a 3 of, depending on the circumstances. We end up with an average of 3.1. It's not too bad. I've also made use of some of the rare lands, a couple of rare lands, again in Foundations, and some of the dual lands that give us advantages, either scrying or gaining life on entry. So let's dive in a bit more, and just we can see some of the signpost cards that we said. So there's only a one-off here for Spectral Sailor because we're trying to do other things with the deck, but obviously as a flyer you'll get pumped with the Empyrean Eagle, and the key thing of having him in here is late game, once we get some more guards, he's giving us a card draw for 4. We then move on to our second part of our low curve with some of these combinations, Resolute Enforcements. It's flash, so we can hopefully be trying to cast this on tempo to generate a token. So it's already giving us like a 2-for-1. It creates a 1/1, so that's giving us value right there. And of course the combinations we're trying to put together, we've got Useful Valkyrie. When in another angel, we run a reasonable number of angels. It's not a pure angel deck, but over considering something like a Healer's Hawk, it's a better body, it's flying, so it'll get the benefits. When an angel controls enters, and we have quite a few of those, we get a +1/+1, so quite synergistic. And then we come down to Mischievous Mystic flying again, so he's giving the benefit from having the Lord, the Bird Spirit, Aziorius, Empyrean. Flying, when you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 blue flare. We're likely to be doing that quite a bit, so getting a lot of value with creating additional flyers, and they're flyers as well, which means they should be pumped. We've got one of the key cards in terms of enabling the tempo with Runaway Together. Choose 2 target creatures, one of which we want to be using as the ones that generate value by giving us extra bodies. So you're using this as a repeat trick, and obviously using this to bounce back from a tempo point of view, gain tempo advantage on our opponent. So we gain value from it by returning a creature that we know we're going to be casting for more value and setting them back. And as we've said, one of the cards that's in the deck, Flying Vigilance, again, draw engine, draw a card, then discard. So if we can use the Strix Lookout to try and manage our hand to get the right cards in place. That's our... Then we drop into the core of the deck. So we have the Dazzling Angel. When another creature you control enters, which we have quite a slow curve, you gain 1 life. We have another one of our value cards to pair with Runaway and Mischievous Pup Flash when it enters, so we can spark it in when it enters, return up to one other target permanent you control to its hand, so we'll bring back something that's going to be able to be cast for value. It's Flash, so can catch the opponent, decent power with 3, obviously likely to, if we're using it to chump or kill something off with a flash, it'll die, but we've got the value from the card. Here we mentioned Fabling Trick as an instant to create 2 1/1 blue creature tokens with flying, and then tap a target creature an opponent controls. So classic tempo play with this card, Fabling Trick. And we have in this early slot as well a 4/of with our Empyrean Angel, which means all our other creatures, and we do have a fair few flyers, are getting +1/+1. Likely to be a target for removal, but of course running the full playset, so it'll be a target, but then of course the other flyers get through unless we're facing board wipes. We then move on slightly higher up the curve, so when we get to 4 mana, we want to get a little bit more value or things that are going on. So although a lowly 1/1, the advantage of the Click and Sky Mage, whenever you draw a card you put a +1/1 on this creature, so this can start to get quite big with everything that's going on. We've got 3 of them, so again a target for removal because they know it's going to get big, but of course we can play another one. Moving up into our 5 slot, again we got some of our bigger creatures now from the mid game onwards flying, and whenever this creature enters, draw a card and then discard. So we're using the card draw, discard again just to sort our hand out, synergize and get the right cards. We have the Arcane Epiphany as an instant. Spell cost 1 if you control a wizard, and we've got quite a few wizards in the deck to enable that. And it's a draw 3, so draw 3 synergizes every time you're drawing a card with our Sky Mage, put a +1/+1. Skyship Buccaneer, when this creature enters, if you attack this turn, draw a card. So we're going to be attacking with it, and because we've attacked with the raid, we want to be drawing more cards and synergize. And then finally, as a 1/of, we have Guarded Knight, which again we know we're trying to synergize or use with Runaway Together, for example. And this, when it enters the battlefield, gives us 2 3/3 knights with lifelink, so to try and keep our life if that's in danger. So that, and then when we look at the mana, the balance of mana, again coming back just briefly to look at our curve. Our curve is 3.1. The balance is pretty decent. We've got the majority of our cards are more majoring on blue, with white So when we come back and look at the land distribution, you can see we've got the 10-7 ratio for basic plains and basic islands. We're also making use of the dual. Darker's Waste is pretty decent, although it does the 1 damage to you. We've got enough life gain going on, but it just helps to make sure that we have the right mana. In combination with that, I do have a couple of tap lands, but tap lands, we need to get some value, so it enters tapped, but we scry, so that can hopefully help us scry to the right answers. Or likewise, Tranquil Cove comes in, it enters tapped, but we gain life, so again, just a little nod to life, and it's giving us our mana. So that's our mana base. So we will now, the aim of this series is, although we're building a best of 1 deck, we want to be playing 3 different games effectively. They're not matches because we're not doing best of 3, so there'll be 3 distinct games, but in essence with 3 games it's like if we were playing a best of 3, but at least we're guaranteeing, because we'll be playing 3 games to see how the deck does. And again, we will be looking for the cards that we put in conjunction with what we discussed earlier, how successful we are at pulling off those combinations. So let's now jump into those best of 3 matches. Okay, let's get into the first match. Everyone's asleep, it appears. Here we go. Deck Burger. Interesting. Looks what looks like a mono green. Don't have any particular fast start. But I'll keep for now. Just need a creature for the runaway. Hopefully we draw in. Okay, that's fine. Let's get the Tranquil tapped out. Give us some to life. Now we have our bird. Let's put the waste out. Man, it's working well. Nothing from the opponent yet. Your control would appear. Risk the eagle yet to removal, so last turn. Right now we do have do it on his turn for the tempo gain. And we'll get the sky mage out, start growing that. Okay, so another one, and we've got another runaway. So there's our tempo. I'll do the same trick. Get the sky mage out. Curate, interesting. Eagle and choose, I would think, or the arcane epiphany. Blocks, obviously. I could flash that. Losing the race, obviously. Yeah, I'm going to use a trick on the ball action. No, let's put the eagle out now. We'll get the Sky Buccaneer out next. But I don't know if I'm going to have to, I need to use Sacrifice the Mystic if he attacks. Oh, he went that way, that's interesting. Okay, so do it this way. Okay, right, so sacrifice. Oh no, he's going to zombie route. Seems to be a mistake on the bat, I would say. To steal. The pop, probably. Yeah, pop. Okay, that's handy. So let's know what that'll come back. That allows us to replay that. Back. Lily.
Ugh, I hope you washed your hands first.
Go for the throat, fair enough. Bat. Taking the pup again. Zombie train.
Fate worse than undeath. Your boldness is so cute.
Oh, decent attacks from him, although. Okay, go for the throat. Fair enough. Removal. It's going to be overrun by zombies, it looks like. Unless I draw into something decent. Yeah. Oh, it's got too big. Good game. On to the next. Deck's building out well, but of course it depends what you're facing against. I don't have any board wipes and map removal, so you did a board wipe and then obviously had typical control deck. Had the building out with Liliana just creating zombies and jobs are good, and so yeah, typical play, that's fine. That's the whole idea, is to mulligan that for the land. That's better. We can send the elemental back. Too expensive for now. And we got, a decent start. We'll get a Styrics Lookout. Cast the Darker Wastes. He also didn't like his hand. So I won't count that as a proper match, so that's still... We want 3 proper games. So we're down 1 for the first game. So let's try and get a decent second game. And then try and assess how successful the build's been. I say there's different ways with the cards and the list. There's different ways, obviously, different cards to put in. I kind of built Aziorius as well, but when I was sort of early, when I first started getting the foundation set, but I built it quite differently with a lot more removal. That might be the way to go, but I'm trying to... okay. So risky, but I'll keep. At least we get turn 2 Mystic. And we've got the Arcane Epiphany. And now the first play, which is fine. Happens. And then we've got our Eagle. Well, we've got our land as well, so hopefully make a better showing. So both flying. This one's better from a defense point of view. Vigilance as well. Yeah, he won't attack, I don't think. He's got black, so he may have removed it. Oh no. Oh, he is. We'll let it go through. What does he cast? Nothing. Okay, so he's obviously holding removal. So let's play cautiously and get the other attack and see. Just give him another target. And I've got the Fabling trick. Could be handy. All 3, that's going to be probably a game, but create 2 fairy when you do tap a target creature an opponent controls. No, what we'll do, that's an instant as well, so we'll attack. And then use the trick on his turn. Cut that down. He's 2 cards in hand. No blocks. Eagle time. All attack. gain, he's got his life gain going on. He'll attack, obviously. I think we might have him. No. He's always attacking with that. It's fine. Oh, he's attacking. No. No blocks. If we get to have a runaway. Resolute enforcements. No, I can use that. Double attack. Just have to block enough damage and then get him on the swing back. 6, 9, 9-4. Okay, easy blocks. He's gonna get life, of course. That won't be enough. Okay, so giving his life, and obviously block that. Twin Paladin, 2 blockers. Eagle. Should be enough. Nice. Nice. And now for the last match, or game should I say. As I said, best of 1 builds, so we'll play 3 matches. Lost the first one to control, putting the Empyreans in. Good draws, just being patient. So let's see how the last game goes. So I hope you're going to enjoy this series. From my point of view, getting back to actually building, which is not just having build decks, foundations obviously give me the thinking, but it's just what you build. But it's kind of interesting to explore this series, get back to standard, focus on foundations, which I think is a nice set, and go from there. I'm not necessarily looking forward to any of the sets that are coming up. Ether Drift isn't really floating my boat, to be fair. When it comes in, I'll just play it as usual, but I'll focus on these foundations. No, we need to mulligan for the mana. I haven't got the right mix there, unfortunately. Okay, we've got our Eagle. The mana's better. Strix, that's decent. So, question is who to put back. That's trickier. Difficult. It'll need to be one of the Strixes, unfortunately. I need to hold on to the Angels because the mana's decent now. So, bye buddy, I'll see you later. And get our tap land out. Oh yeah, that's good. That's decent. Okay. Is it going to be mono white? Let's get our scripts out. And then angel, and then eagle should be decent for us. Ah, close. That's fine. We can attack. So I'll get our angel out. I suspect he might be playing one as well, and then I can attack with a lookout. And then it'll be eagle time. So we'll really start to press him. Oh! We're going to have Sky Mage. We're going to have Sky Mage. So it's going to be eagle time to press this. Oh, excellent. Okay, boom. That'll be handy. Let's just go back pressure here for now. Under both of those. In the scene, which goes okay. So this is here's our temple plate. Attack. Yeah, you can take 6. No blocks. Let's do better. See what he makes of that. Unless he's got a board wipe and Solar Strike. I don't think it's going to do a job for him. Not with all these flyers. He's got his own flyer up. Gains life. Resolve. That gets big. Still not doing the job. Okay. Pass. No blocks. Oh, just off. Unlucky. Good game. Miscalculated. Can I survive? 1, 2. Let's see. See if I can survive. Don't think I can. Don't think I can. We'll see. We'll see. Don't give up yet. Yeah, okay. 3, 4, 5. Not necessarily. Oh, he's getting back in with life. Yeah, 0. Yeah, enjoyable last match. Just maybe miscalculated. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this first outing for the first deck, Aziorius Flyers. I'm wait for the next one. I'm not quite sure in order which one I'll do. It's probably going to be, let me just check what's coming up next. We will be having Dimir Graveyard will be next week's build and deck, so look forward to that. Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. Squidder Dragon.